What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope all of you are having a great day so far today. Getting into this episode of GH. Um, After watching this episode, my perspective has slightly changed on certain things. Um, I foresee big drama coming ahead. Maybe, maybe not, but the way things were going today, Sonny and Carly are definitely not getting no happily ever after. It ain't gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen because I feel like some of them are having affairs of the heart. That's the way I'm looking at it today. It's like, yeah, some of y'all are just y'all hearts are having an affair. Um, I feel like after Sunny had that conversation with Nina, she's still, on that whole Mike kick. And Sunny keeps trying to tell her like Mike is a phantom. My thing is, I feel like the personality that Sunny had in Nixon Falls is the personality he's always had. I feel like that's really what it was because we've always seen the good side of Sonny, but you saw that mob boss side more than I think you saw the good side to him. So I think they showcased more of his good side, because he was playing somebody else. So you got to see more of the good side to him, like than you normally would see if he was actually, when he's his normal self. Um, but I definitely feel like you're going to see a lot more of his characteristics in Nixon Fall. You're going to see a lot more of it now. I think they're definitely going to integrate the personalities. Um, Maurice Bernard kind of hinted to that in one of his live interviews and stuff. He hinted to that you're going to see Sonny smile more. He's going to laugh more than he normally would. But I definitely foresee some drama between him and Carly as far as their marriage. I really foresee it. This is just my opinion, but from the way things are going, I don't think their marriage is long for this world. I really don't think it is. Um, as much as Sonny is pissed off at Nina, the way he was looking at her today, he damn near had tears in his eyes and he remembered the kiss that they had. Just because he's back to being Sonny, that does not mean the feelings have gone away. He still got feelings for her because of what they've done in Nixon Falls and the time they spent there. Those feelings don't just evaporate because he's back to who he is. You know what I mean? So those feelings are still there, but I think he's trying to bury them because he's trying to let his anger overshadow his feelings for her. That's what he's doing. And he's trying to be loyal to Carly. But I feel like at some point, them feelings might pop out and he might admit to Nina, like, yeah, I'm still feeling you. My issue with Nina is she's in love with Mike. You know what I'm saying? So if her and Sonny were to ever get together, she would have to love Sonny for Sonny, not because of what she thought he was in Nixon Falls. Like, you're going to have to love him for who he is. He's a mob boss. You're going to get the good side of him, but you're also going to have to take what comes with being Sonny Corinthos. You know what I'm saying? So if she gets with Sonny, it's like you gotta, accept everything about him. The mob, the children, Rocco, his other grandson. You're gonna have to take everything that comes with being with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not always gonna get this lovey-dovey guy every single day. I don't think she's, like, you're not gonna get it. So it's gonna be some issues. And another thing that was pissing me off about Nina was she talking about, oh, Carly tried to erase me from Wiley's life. Earth to Nina, Carly is not that boy's mother. Michael and Willow are the parents. Yes, Carly's probably going to try to tell them something or whatever, but it's ultimately up to them. And how you behave determines whether or not they want you around their child. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's your behavior. It's not about what Carly has to say. Carly has no power over there. That's not her child. You know what I mean? Like, she needs to stop letting Carly live rent free in her head. Stop worrying about what Carly can, has power over. She ain't got power over nothing. You're the grandmother too. You got rights too. You know what I'm saying? If you want to see your grandchild, Carly can't put a stop to that. Only you can because of your actions. So if you act a fool, of course Michael and Willow are not going to want you around him if you out here acting a fool. Everything that she was doing prior to this, it was all her own doing. Like, her sitting there telling that boy Willow wasn't his real mother. Like, he is a child. He is too young to know all of that. And she crossed the line with that. So Carly had nothing to do with Michael wanting you to step back a little bit at the time. That was your doing. Had nothing to do with Carly. So she need to calm down with all that. But like I said, though, I could definitely see some issues in the future between, Sonny and Carly based on this. And another, of course, Jason and Carly had their conversation today. Um, they both admitted that the vows that they said to each other at the ceremony were real and that they meant it. My thing is, I feel like Carly's another one. She's having an affair of the heart because I feel like she's in love with Sonny and Jason. I think she's in love with both of them. But I feel like she is staying with Sonny not only because she's in love with him, but out of obligation. I think partly it's obligation because you could tell like she wants to be with Jason. It's been clear as day. That's the way it's looking to me. And I feel like Jason probably will want to be with her, but Jason's the kind of guy, like I said yesterday, he's a go along to get along kind of person. Like he's the one sitting there talking about, oh, we should go back to the way things were. This was him. This is what he wanted. Carly's not the one who said that. He's saying it. Like we should go back to being the way we are. The way that we once were. He wants to go back to normal, whatever the hell normal looks like. But that's what he wants. He wants to pretty much kind of act like, okay, well, Sonny's back, so they pretty much admitted like if Sonny wasn't in the picture, if Sonny was gone, then they would happen. So my thing is, why not just be honest with Sonny about how y'all feeling? You know what I'm saying? Don't sweep it under the rug. That's what I think. That's why I think things are gonna get messy because there's not too much honesty going on amongst everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all really need to have these conversations and sort your feelings out before continuing on with this life. Like y'all need to let Sonny know what y'all feel, and y'all need to admit it to each other how y'all feeling. It's just gonna get messy at this point, and I'm here for it because you know me, I like mess. If Nina ever gets over her little Mike obsession, I could kind of see her and Sonny, knocking boots or whatever, maybe. But she got to get over that whole Mike situation because Sonny is Sonny, so you got to take him for who he is. Like if you can't do that, then ain't no future there. But Jason and Carly, for me, I prefer if they just stay friends, honestly. In the future, could I see them together? I don't know. It's like I've wrestled with that the last few months about the two of them being a couple. I just don't know. It's like I'm so used to them just being friends. Like the chemistry is good between them. I'm not gonna say it's not. It's good. Some people was like, oh, Carly and Jason need to have a baby together. No. No, they don't. No, they don't. No. Hell no. First of all, Carly done had all the children she need to have. Donna should have been her last child. That's it. She didn't even need to have that child. Let's be honest. Let's be real. She didn't even need to have that kid. Like, come on now. So anyway, moving on from that. Nicholas needs to stop being a fool, honestly. Like, he needs to see his son for who he is. But Spencer, I don't know. When it comes to him and Esme, I feel like Esme got a hold on that boy. Like she got some voodoo spell on him or something because he seemed nervous around her a lot of times, or like he's afraid of her, like she blackmailing him or something. Like maybe she got some dirt on him other than this Ava mess. Like who knows? Maybe she knows something. You never know. She could possibly know some dirt. She look like she knows everything. The way she act. And then Spencer sitting there talking about she went out to go do her kickboxing class and shop for some stuff to redecorate this bedroom. First of all, who's paying for the redecoration? Nicholas, you doing too much, sir. I understand you want to be on your son's good side, but you are not your son's friend. You are the parent. I'm just saying, I wouldn't be footing the bill for his little girlfriend to be remodeling nothing in my house. Listen, the bedroom is how it looks. That's how it's gonna stay. You ain't kicking in no rent to stay here, so leave my bedroom the way it is. Thank you. You're just a guest. You're not moving in here. So they start talking about him and Trina or whatever, and Spencer trying to make it seem like, oh, he never was romantically interested in Trina. Like, oh, she's just, she's a cool person. She's a good friend, and that's all he sees her as. I'm like, Spencer, you are a damn lie. You see that girl way more than just a friend. Let's be honest. Like he definitely wanted to be more than friends with Trina though. So I know he putting up a front. So anyway, Esme come up in there letting them know that Sonny's alive or whatever because she bumped into Jocelyn at the gym. And Jocelyn told her that Sonny was back or whatever. Esme is shaking in her boots at this point. She's worried. Now that Sonny's back, she's very worried. And Nicholas sees this as an opportunity for Ava to stay because with Sonny being back, there's no real threat to Avery now because they all know Sonny can protect Avery. He's not gonna let nothing happen to his daughter. Um, so of course Nicholas runs out to try to find Ava or whatever and stop her from leaving. Esme is worried because Sonny being back definitely, worries her. Because, it seems to me like Esme did her homework on the people of Port Charles. So she knows about Sonny and she knows his history and she knows Sonny is not to be messed with. She know that. So her using his daughter as a pawn to get to Ava, she knows that that's out of the question now. She tried that already. When they stuffed that teddy bear in the room and all that with Ryan's voice. They already tried to use Avery before. She knows with Sonny being back, they can't do that again. She can't do it again. Absolutely not. Because Sonny don't play that. Sonny will have you vanquished just like that with the snap of a finger. She know not to play with him. But Spencer's not worried about Ava, because they feel like, maybe Nicholas could talk Ava into staying. Spencer not worried about it or whatever. I'm like, Spencer really needs to like let this little grudge go. But I mean, it is Cassadine like because even Nicholas said it. Like Cassadines are known to hold grudges. Obviously, I mean, look at Helena. She hated Luke and Laura for decades because of her demon spawns. I mean, it was so funny because I remember every time Helena would see Luke and Laura, she would always bring up Stefan and Stavros to the point where Luke got so sick and tired of hearing about that. He told Helena, will you please shut up about those dead sons of yours? Because they got tired of hearing that mess. Every time she popped up, she talked about, oh, she was responsible for my kid's death. As many times as them boys done came back to life, well, at least Stavros. Like, please. Ain't nobody got time for that, Helena. And that's my boo though, but still, like, she did bring up them kids every 5 seconds. I'm like, listen, you need to let go and let God. I'm just saying. But Spencer better be worried about Sonny at this point because Lord knows if Sonny finds out that him and his little girlfriend used his daughter to get to Ava, oh, Sonny not having it. And Spencer is an adult now, so all that little cute kid stuff that he tried to pull off before, it ain't gonna work nowadays. Cause even Nicholas is over it. You know what I'm saying? Like Nicholas was like, yeah, when he was a kid and stuff, it was cute the way he would pull little shenanigans and stuff. But you are an adult now. You are a grown man now. All that shit ain't cute no more. Now it's time for you to get a belt to your ass or a bullet to the brain or something because you're doing too much. Like it's not cute anymore. Now you just being obnoxious. And acting like an overgrown child. So anyway, moving on from that. I am so glad that the Scooby-Doo gang is investigating this mess. Because even Jocelyn is now in on this. She was like, yeah, we need to take Esme down. Like, we need to set a trap at this point. And I agree. They do. Trina doesn't want Spencer to be hurt. See, that's the type of person Trina is. Like, even though Spencer lied to her and made it seem like he didn't have a girlfriend and stuff and led her on, she still doesn't want to see him get hurt. You know what I mean? So I respect that about Trina. Like, I really do. But I do agree with them, though. I feel like Spencer is definitely in over his head where Esme is concerned because the girl is nuts. So, of course, Trina has a new idea. She got a plan down. Since Nicholas is trying to stop Ava from leaving, she's going to probably try to use that to her advantage to try to trap Esme and Spencer. Hopefully it's a good plan at work because you probably only going to get one good shot at this. So you got to make it count, make it work. And I'm interested to see what they come up with. See what Trina's, plan is going to be about. Because I think it's a good one. I think it could be good. So anyway, moving on from that. Scott came over or whatever. I guess Maxie done called him over to talk about Lisa. And Maxie was telling them about Peter and, how Peter tied up Phyllis and Nina and tried to set the tan on fire. Scott was not here for none of this. Scott was like, listen, bump all of that. Bump that. We ain't worried about what he tried to do to Nina or whatever. He said, listen, what about Lisa? He said, that's all I care about right now. That's all I'm here for. So she was telling him also about how Nina, kept Sonny a secret or whatever. And, Scott was a little surprised, but at the same time, he wasn't surprised because he was like, please, it'll take an act of Congress to kill Sonny. He was like, nothing could really kill that man. My thing was, Britt was on to something. At least Britt is using her brain. Because Britt felt like Lisa was still alive. Maxie was wondering how she could feel that way. I'm like, it's obvious that Lisa's still alive. Because if the person who took Lisa wanted her dead, they wouldn't have just let Scott live. They would have killed both her and Scott. You know what I mean? Why make the plane disappear and Lisa disappear and keep Scott alive? She got to be alive somewhere. And Scott was not taking this line down. Scott said, listen, I'm going to find my boo. He was like, that's the hell it. He said, I'm not about to sit around here speculating and wondering and whatever. He said, listen, we need to go find her. I love Scott. I love it. Scott was not playing no games. He was like, listen, time for talk is over. We need to find her and get her back. I know that's right. So anyway, Victor was with Obrecht or whatever, and he basically told her that, he knows all about Britt's condition and stuff like that. And he wants Lisa to work with him on a research project. And if she does it, he'll make sure that she gets contact with her daughter. These Cassadines just don't take no for an answer. Like, they really don't. Once they become obsessed with a person, they become obsessed. Like, you could tell them a million times, no, I don't want you, I don't like you like that. They don't give a damn. They will still pursue you. They will kidnap a loved one just to get to your ass. Like, that's how crazy the Cassadines are. Like, just nuts. Like, borderline crazy. Like, you cannot take no for an answer from them, and it's scary and creepy. Like, no means no. They don't want you. And Victor needs to understand that. Lisa wants Scott. She don't want your ass. If she wanted you, she could have had you years ago. She don't want you, sir. Take no for an answer. Go find you some new coochie. She don't want you. All that money that you got, and you're not a bad looking gentleman, I'm sure you can go out here and find some grandma that wants you. Hell, take Gladys. Nah, don't take Gladys because... No, take Gladys. Actually, yes, take her. Victor. She's horny. She's lonely. Meddlesome. Ain't got nothing better to do. Go ahead and take her. Go ahead. She's all free for you, Victor. You can have her. Take her back to Greece, wherever you want to take her. Long as she up off out of Port Charles, got my blessing. Obrecht, Obrecht, she wasn't taking it lying down. Obrecht stood tall with Victor, and I love that about Lisa. She will stand toe to toe with anybody. She don't scare easily. The only person that really scared Lisa like that was really Helena. Like, she was nervous around Helena. But she turned around and put that knife up to his throat. That's why I love Lisa. Lisa don't play. Listen, you cannot sleep on Lisa. If you turn your back on her even for a second, or you don't pay attention to her, she will have a dagger to that neck in 2 seconds. That back up. Lisa a survivor. That's just how she knows. Like, she knows how to survive, and that's what I love about her character. But all in all, I really did enjoy this episode. This was really a very good episode, insightful episode. So we shall see what's gonna happen with these couples in the future, because the future for some of these couples don't look too great. I'm just saying, like, some decisions are gonna have to be made at some point. But hit the comment section, let me know what you guys thought about this episode, and I will see you all later. Have a great day, have a great weekend. See you all later. Peace.